Planning a trip to Athens? Be warned, this city is full of surprises, and not all of them are pleasant. From underestimating the relentless Greek sun to being careless with your belongings, or even braving the notorious Athens traffic. These are some of the biggest mistakes tourists make when visiting this incredible city. Stay tuned because we are about to show you how to avoid turning your dream trip into a travel nightmare. Let's kick things off with something that can save you a lot of time and money: public transportation. Athens has a well-developed public transportation system that can save you time, money, and stress. Many tourists stick to taxis or even walk long distances without realizing that the metro buses and trams are highly efficient and inexpensive. The metro system in particular is clean, air-conditioned, and connects most major attractions. By overlooking public transportation, you not only waste money on taxis, but also miss the opportunity to experience Athens like a local. Grab an Athens travel card or get acquainted with the routes. It's a convenient way to explore the city and reach hidden gems that are off the beaten path. Now that you know how to get around the city efficiently, let's talk about where you should be heading once you are on the move. Athens is famous for the Acropolis and other ancient landmarks, but limiting your visit to just these sites is a mistake. The city is brimming with lesser-known treasures like the Byzantine churches, hidden courtyards, and quaint neighborhoods where you can experience authentic Greek culture. Visiting only the famous sites means you are missing out on the rich layers of history and culture that Athens offers. Take time to explore the archaeological site of Keramikos or neighborhoods like Exarchia, which is full with street art, trendy cafes, and local boutiques. These spots provide a more rounded perspective of Athenian life away from the tourist crowds. Speaking of enjoying your visit, you will want to make sure your experience isn't soured by any unexpected mishaps. While Athens is generally safe, petty theft can be a problem, especially in crowded areas like Syntagma Square, Monastiraki, and on public transport. Tourists often make the mistake of being too relaxed with their belongings, which makes them easy target for pickpockets. Always keep your bags zipped and close to your body. Avoid placing wallets or phones in your back pocket, and be extra cautious when navigating through busy streets or when distracted by the stunning sights. Taking these precautions can help ensure that your trip isn't ruined by the hassle of losing your belongings. Staying safe is important, but so is staying comfortable, especially when the temperatures soar. Athens can get incredibly hot, especially during the summer months. Many tourists make the mistake of not preparing for the intense heat, which can lead to dehydration, sunburn, or even heat stroke. It's crucial to stay hydrated, wear sunscreen, and bring a hat or umbrella for shade. Plan your outdoor activities for early morning or late afternoon when temperatures are cooler, and seek out air-conditioned spaces during the hottest part of the day. Underestimating the heat can turn a delightful trip into an uncomfortable or even dangerous experience, so take it seriously. Now that you're ready to beat the heat, let's move on to something equally important: dressing appropriately. Greece is an Orthodox Christian country, and many of its churches and monasteries require visitors to dress modestly. Tourists often forget this, showing up in shorts, sleeveless tops, or revealing clothing, only to be turned away or feel uncomfortable. When visiting religious sites, make sure your shoulders and knees are covered. Carry a scarf or a shawl that you can easily drape over your shoulders if needed. Once you're dressed for the occasion, it's time to explore some of the less obvious parts of the city. Athens city center is undoubtedly captivating, but if you stick only to the central areas, you will miss out on the diverse character of its outer neighborhoods. Areas like Piraeus, Glyfada, and Pagrati offer unique experiences, from chic shopping and dining to great museums and local markets. Piraeus is known for its port and very interesting archaeological museum, while Glyfada is a coastal suburb with vibrant nightlife and beautiful beaches. Pagrati, on the other hand, is a bohemian neighborhood with a lively art scene. Exploring these areas will give you a fuller, more diverse experience of Athens beyond the tourist hotspots. While exploring these vibrant areas, remember that not every transaction can be done with a swipe of a card. While credit cards are widely accepted in Athens, there are still plenty of places, especially smaller businesses, that prefer or only take cash. Tourists often make the mistake of relying solely on their cards, which can be inconvenient and limit their options. Always carry some cash with you, particularly when visiting markets, local tavernas, or small shops. ATMs are widely available, but it's a good idea to withdraw money before heading out for the day. Now that you're prepared financially, let's talk about an often overlooked aspect of visiting Athens: bathroom etiquette. One of the most surprising things for many visitors in Athens is the plumbing system. Unlike in many other countries, toilet paper is not supposed to be flushed down the toilet. Instead, it should be disposed of in the bin provided next to the toilet. Failing to do so can cause blockages and is considered impolite. Now that you've mastered the local customs, it's important to stay safe while navigating the streets. In many cities, zebra crossings mean that pedestrians have the right of way. However, in Athens, it's wise not to assume that cars will stop for you, even at a designated crossing. Drivers can be unpredictable, and many tourists make the mistake of stepping into the street without ensuring that it's safe. Always look both ways and wait for cars to stop completely before crossing the road. Even better, cross at traffic lights where pedestrians have more protection. With that in mind, let's consider the best ways to get around the city. Hint: it might not be by car. Driving in Athens can be a chaotic experience, especially for those unfamiliar with the local traffic patterns and road rules. The city is notorious for its heavy traffic, narrow streets, and aggressive drivers, which can make driving stressful and even dangerous. Many tourists make the mistake of renting a car, thinking it will be the best way to explore the city. However, public transportation, taxis, and walking are far more practical and less stressful ways to get around. If you are planning to explore areas outside of Athens, consider renting a car only for those day trips and avoid driving within the city itself. Now that you know how to get around, remember that not everything in Athens runs on a tight schedule. In Greece, and particularly in Athens, things don't always run on schedule. Whether it's public transportation, restaurant service, or even the opening hours of attractions, there is often a more relaxed attitude towards time. It's important to adopt a flexible mindset and be prepared for delays. Embrace the slower pace as part of the experience rather than letting it ruin your day. By adjusting your expectations, you can enjoy a more relaxed and enjoyable visit to Athens. And finally, if there is one thing you must do right in Athens, it's your visit to the Acropolis. The Acropolis is a must-see, but many people make mistakes that can detract from the experience. Avoid visiting during the middle of the day, especially in the summer, when the heat is unbearable and the site is crowded. Instead, go early in the morning or later in the afternoon, when it's cooler and less crowded. Another common mistake is not pre-booking tickets or a guided tour. The lines can be long and you could end up wasting precious time. By planning your visit carefully, you will be able to fully appreciate this iconic site without the stress and discomfort. By avoiding these 12 common mistakes, you will have a much more enjoyable and fulfilling experience in Athens. From using public transportation to exploring beyond the city center, These tips will help you make the most of your visit to this incredible city. Thank you for watching.